Yo, Babuichi here, and today you are in class because we are taking a look at the smartest wind trader I have ever seen in rank. Now, students, I do not want you taking notes. We will not be replicating this in a real life situation. This is just for your enjoyment. And yeah, as you see, this rank game has started off in a 3v2, and we have this Stu hiding in the corner. This Stu is not a troll, he hasn't given up. He's not someone with anger issues. This is a certified wind trader. There is no other excuse for his actions that makes sense. For a little more background, this game was last ranked season when I was 3 games away from Masters. I'm a little glad that this wasn't my last game to Masters because I want to feel like I've earned it, not just wind traded my way to victory. But yeah, now that we've gotten the exposition out of the way, let's get into the bulk of the lecture today, which is how the Stu is wind trading. So, if you'll notice, the Stu is finally moving after almost a minute of gameplay, and this is because at this point in the game we have a guaranteed win. Like, they have no mid control, the opponents have no supers, we're working on our hypers. And so yeah, the Stu can play even though he's not risking his chance of losing, because if the Stu ends this game with like 0 kills and 0 damage, he's going to be caught by like auto moderation, and he doesn't want that. He wants to like pretend to play as hard as possible so that like it looks like he's a genuine player until a human goes in and watches the replays of these matches. And that's pretty simple, but it gets way worse, as you're going to see a little bit of in Game 2. Game 2 starts pretty much the same as Game 1. It is a 3v2, and we're going to pretty easily win mid, especially since I get Red Chester, and the Stu didn't even move from spawn until his teammates had both died. So yeah, we're controlling mid again. This is honestly not that hard so far, but it gets a little harder, especially after I am stupid and run into Spike when I had wrong bell pattern. And the Stu's playing again, and he gets a nice kill on Ems, and suddenly we don't have any mid control for the first time all set. If you're a little confused as to why the Stu would be helping his team if his goal is to lose, the answer is it is relatively easy for the Stu to throw the game, in his opinion. So his goal right now isn't to lose the game, but to rather make it look close enough that he's not, in his eyes, obviously wind trading. And the difference between Game 1 where he didn't try and Game 2 where he's trying is night and day. We still have the gem lead, but it is much closer. Mid is actually contested. And Otis walks up. What is the Otis doing? It's red countdown. And look, immediately, did you see that? I will replay it. The Stu grabs some of the gems, turns around, and immediately throws himself at the M's, even though he's half health. And because of that, the countdown for red has stopped. Stu has done an excellent job there of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. He could audition to be one of my ranked randoms. However, despite Stu's best efforts to donate me and my 2 teammates his elo, the other 2 teammates are doing a really good job of pushing. Spike gets a self-pinch, and that's going to be countdown for red. And you can kind of see the Stu thinking, and he realizes that a 2-1 loss is probably better than a 2-0 loss for his chances of getting banned. So he's still actually fighting, and I'm fighting. I try to win, and Otis gets a gadget at the area, and it resets countdown, and they get it back. It's 8-11, it's 9-11. We might have enough gems to stop the countdown here. It's going to be very close. So I'm looking at the gem mine very closely, and I see the gem spawn at 8, so I think we have enough time. Then I notice the Otis is not on the proper gem spawn, so I stand at the right place, and the gem spawns and it's not enough somehow? Well, the wind trader has not traded his win quite yet, and I am embarrassed to say that we are going to game 3 against a wind trader. But this is where you see the enemy Stu absolutely lock the frick in on not winning. Lanes are pretty normal. I'm losing lane, and so is the M's, and the Otis is losing even harder. The Stu is still, quote, trying to win because it's the beginning of a gem grab game. The beginning basically doesn't matter at all. So yeah, we reset Lanes are pretty even. We get a kill on the Meg, which is nice, but we can't really take advantage of it. But the person who does take advantage of it is Vistu. And Vistu's goal right now is to get as many gems as possible because he's going to be the gem carrier. And by gem carrier, I don't mean the person who carries the gems, but more of the gem Amazon delivery driver who will deliver as many gems as he can to us with free shipping. Now, I wonder what it's like to be the Spike or Mag, because both of them are honestly trying really hard, and both are playing pretty well, but there's nothing they can do to stop this wintrader, because there's no way for them to refund this elo. Ballstars doesn't do that. And you see that we have complete control, and we've gotten the kill, and yeah, that's going to be another kill on this dude. We cannot take the gems. However, we forced basically 2 hypercharges out of the enemy team, so it's still a really, really bad play from this dude. Both me and the Ems die. I have no idea how. And here's my favorite moment of the match. The Stu supers just to get the gems from the Spike and deliver them with 3 shipping to our Otis. Yeah, this guy is, like, there's no chance he's not a win trader after that. Like, yeah, everything else had plausible deniability. Maybe he's lagging, maybe he's trolling, maybe he's a rage quitter. No, like, that was an act of geniusness, and not in a good way. But yeah, now I am 2 games from Masters. I will have those 2 games out to you shortly, and if we look at the end stats, we can see that the Stu, quote, didn't do too bad. Like, low damage, but yeah, because he's a Stu. I would not be able to tell you that the Stu was a win trader just from the stats, which means his plan worked.